Good morning, class. Today we start with chapter 10, ratio, proportion and unitary method. So first we will discuss about ratio. So what is ratio? Ratio is the quantitative relation between two amounts showing the number of times one amount is contained within the other. Okay, so for example, let's say your height is 75 centimeter and your brother's height is 150 centimeter. So your brother is twice that of your height. So it is comparing the height between you and your brother. Okay, so usually the comparison of quantities of the same type can be made by the method of difference between the two quantities. Okay, for example, if I am telling the ratio between your height and your brother height, then what you do generally, 150 centimeter minus 75 centimeter, so your brother is bigger than your height by 75 centimeter. But there is one more way. What is that way? We are dividing your height by your brother's height, that is 75 centimeter divided by 150 centimeter, and we are getting 1 by 2, 1 is to 2. So 1 by 2, it is also in fraction, right? And we in the ratio we say this 1 is to 2. That means your brother is double of your height. So this ratio, it is a more meaningful comparison. Okay, by it is verifying that how many times one quantity is of the other quantity. This is the comparison by ratio. And but we have to take care that the quantities should be of same unit. Okay, so when you are comparing the heights, both the height is of centimeter. For example, if you want to compare say 5 rupees with 35 paise, so one is in rupee and the other one is in paise. So you have to first convert this 5 rupees into 500 paise, because we know that 1 rupee is 100 paise, right? So we understood that for the ratios to be defined, the quantities in which they are measured should be same. If not, they should be converted to the same unit before the ratio is taken. The same ratio can occur in different situation. For example, the ratio 4 is to 5 is different from 5 is to 4. So the order in which the quantities are taken into consideration to express the ratio is very important. 4 is to 5 is 4 by 5 and 5 is to 4 is 5 by 4. A ratio can be treated as a fraction. For example, 5 is to 6 can be treated as 5 by 6. So this ratio can be shown in different ways. This colon is used to separate the values. We can use the word is to or simply 3 to 1, or we can write it as a fraction 3 by 1. Now the use of ratio is for scaling up. This 3 is to 1. When 3 and 1 is multiplied with 2, we get 6 is to 2. Means the ratio 3 is to 1 is same as 6 is to 2, which is also called the equivalent ratio. Here the ratio is 3 blue square to 1 yellow square, which is same as 6 blue square to 2 yellow square. Now see this one important use of ratio, which is scaling. We are using the ratio to scale our drawings up or down. See the Indian flag. The height to width ratio of Indian flag is 2 is to 3. So for every 2 inches or meters or whatever unit we are using of height, there should be 3 of width. So if we are making a flag which is 20 inches high, then it should be 30 inches wide. If we are making the flag 40 centimeter high, then it should be 60 centimeter wide. 40 centimeter is to 60 centimeter is again 2 is to 3. Right, class? Now let's learn few terms. In ratio of number A is to B, see this double dot, this is called is to. It means A by B, and this term A, the first term is called antecedent, and B, the second term is called consequent. So a ratio does not change when its first and second terms are multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number. Let's see an example. 2 is to 3. So when we multiply 2 and 3 by 5, we are getting 10 by 15. So 2:3 is equal to 10:15. So they both are same ratio. Similarly, 60:45. 60:45 means 60 by 45. So when we divide 60 and 45 by the same non-zero number, that is 15, we get 4 by 3. So 60:45 is same as 4:3. They are the same ratio. Okay. Next is ratio in its simplest form. The ratio A is to B is said to be in simplest form if the HCF of both the term A and B is 1. So if we have to convert a given ratio to its simplest form, what we will do? We will divide the each term by the HCF of A and B. We will be doing some sums based on this. Okay, class? So on multiplying or dividing each term of a ratio by the same non-zero number, we get a ratio equivalent to the given ratio. So to calculate equivalent ratio, what we are doing? We are converting the ratio into a fraction, and then we are multiplying or dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So for example, this 4:5, it is equivalent to 8:10 or 12:15 and so on. Okay, start with exercise 10A. Question number 1. We have to find the simplest form of the given ratios. So the first question is 24:56. So what we have to do? We will be dividing the numerator and the denominator by the HCF. So 24 is divided by 8 and the denominator 56 is also divided by 8. And what we get? We get 3 by 7. So write it in the form of a ratio. So 3:7 is the simplest form, which is our answer. The second question is 84 paise to rupees 3. Now we know that in ratio, this conversion, they should be in a same unit. So we know that 1 rupee is 100 paise. That means 3 rupees is 300 paise. So we will write it in the fraction of 84:300. Now 84 by 300. What is the HCF? The HCF is 12. So 84 is divided by 12 and 300 divided by 12. What we get? We get 7 by 25. So 7:25 is our simplest form. Then again see the fifth question. 48 minutes is to 1 hour. So again, they are in different units. We will be converting them into same units. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. That means we will write it as 48 by 60. Again, what is the HCF? HCF is 12. Okay, so 48 is divided by 12 and 60 is divided by 12. We get 4 by 5. So 4:5 is our simplest ratio. Right, class? Here we have to again simplest ratio of the given numerical figures. See here, no unit is given, okay, but the method remains the same. The question number 2, fourth question is 480 is to 384. So what we will do? We will be taking out the HCF. Hope you remember how to take out the HCF. Okay, so here, since the numbers are bigger, we are using the division method. Okay, so after using the division method, what we see? See here, 96 is our HCF. So dividing 480 and 384 individually with 96, what we get? We get 5 by 4. So the simplest ratio is 5:4. Now come to question number 6. 777 is to 1147. Okay, so again we are taking out the HCF of 777 and 1147. What we see? What is our HCF? Our HCF is coming to be 37. So dividing both the numerator 777 and the denominator 1147 each by 37, we get 21 by 31. So our simplest ratio is 21:31. So class, in this question I am doing only 2 questions. Rest of the questions you will do as a homework. Okay, class? Question number 3. Again, we have to convert them into simplest ratio. So question number 3, the first question is rupees 630 is to rupees 16.80, means 80 paise. So since here it is decimal, so it will be easier if we remove the decimal, right? So we are converting them into paise. So 6.30 into 100 paise is 630 paise. Similarly, 16.80 into 100 paise is 1680 paise. So the ratio of 630 by 1680. Now we calculate the HCF. The HCF of 630 and 1680 is 210. You can calculate it now. Okay, you calculate it in rough. So it comes to 3 by 8. So what is our simplest ratio? The simplest ratio is 3:8. Again, the next question is 3 weeks is to 30 days. We know that 1 week is equal to 7 days. So 3 weeks will be 3 into 7, that is 21 days. So 21 by 30. So again, the HCF is 3. We are dividing both the numerator and the denominator with 3, and we are getting 7 by 10, whose HCF is 1. So this is the simplest ratio. So the simplest ratio is 7:10. So rest of the question you all will complete. Okay, class? See the next question. Mr. Sahai and his wife are both school teachers and earn rupees 16,800 and 10,500 per month respectively. So find the ratio of Mr. Sahai's income to his wife's income. So both are given. Mr. Sahai's income is rupees 16,800 and his wife's income is 10,500. So the ratio of 16,800 is to 10,500. We will be dividing the both numerator and the denominator with the HCF, that is 21, and we will get 8 by 5. The second part is Mr. Sahai's income to Mrs. Sahai's income to her husband's income. So Mrs. Sahai's income is 10,500 and we have to calculate with Mr. Sahai's income, which is again 16,800. So it will be 5:8. Then Mr. Sahai's income to the total income of the two. So first add the total income 16,800 plus 10,500, which is rupees 27,300. So ratio of 16,800 and 27,300. Again we will be dividing both the numerator and the denominator with 21, which is the HCF, and we will get 8:13. Question number 5, you will do like this only. Question number 6. The ratio of the number of male and female workers in a textile mill is 5:3. If there are 115 male workers, what is the number of female workers in the mill? So let the common term be x. So number of male is 5x and number of female is 3x. So number of male workers is given, which is 115. That means 5x is equal to 115. This implies x is equal to 115 divided by 5, which is 23. So number of female workers in the mill will be 3x, that is 3 into 23, which is 69. So in this video we will do up to this, and the rest of the sum we will do in the next video. Thank you, class.